just wait and see. I wouldn't say it if it wasn't true. I know that God has got a plan for you too. Hey, hey, hey!
Have you ever done something that you knew was wrong?
Yes?
Hey, Sarah. Well, how did it make you feel?
Awful.
It's okay. We all mess up and make bad choices sometimes.
I guess you're right, Ben.
Right. St. Paul teaches us that we have all sinned and fallen short of God's dreams for us. These are just some of the reasons that God blesses us with the sacrament of reconciliation.
It sure does feel good when God gives us a fresh start.
And it's important for us to remember that God giving us a fresh start is only half the story. Just like God forgives our sins, He invites us to forgive others when they hurt or offend us. Sarah, when was the last time you forgave someone?
Actually, it was just yesterday.
Go long this time, Max.
You got it.
Just be careful. Don't ruin my painting.
Ready? Hike! Yeah, sorry about that.
No worries. Your trespasses have been forgiven.
Thanks. Speaking of trespasses, when was the last time someone forgave you?
Well, I'm not sure.
Whoa, wait a minute. Whose toothbrush is that?
Ben, I'm so sorry. I'm going shopping with Mom this afternoon.
Ugh.
I'll get you a new one. I really am sorry, and I promise to make it right. Will you forgive me?
Turns out we all need to be forgiven quite often. I forgive you, Sarah. We don't bring up forgiveness to blame ourselves or to blame other people, and we don't do it to feel bad about ourselves or to make other people feel bad. God doesn't want that. We talk about these things so we can learn and grow. Here's a story to help us all understand. One day, Max got his very own bedroom. Everything was perfect and in its place. But the next day, after church, Max threw his nice church clothes on the floor as he got changed to go outside and play with his friends. He didn't realize it at the time, but this was the beginning of a growing problem. The next day, Max threw his pajamas on the floor instead of putting them where they belong. That afternoon, after soccer, he left his soccer gear on the floor in the middle of the room. The following day, he had some potato chips and a candy bar, but instead of putting the wrappers in the trash can, he threw them on the floor. This went on for 3 weeks. Max just kept throwing things where they didn't belong. Then one day, he came home and he couldn't open the door to his room.
Come on.
He went looking for his mother and asked, "Mom, why did you lock my room?" "I didn't lock your room," his mom said. "Well, I can't get in there. Someone must have locked it." Max's mom tried to get in the room, but she couldn't. "Maybe something is blocking the door," she said. Max and his mother went outside and looked in the window to see what was blocking the door. They were amazed at what they saw. All of Max's stuff that he had been leaving everywhere for weeks had fallen in front of the door and was blocking him from getting into his room. When Max's dad came home, he pushed very hard against the door and forced everything to move so Max could climb into his room. Max spent 4 hours putting everything away in the right places. He put his clothes in his closet or hamper. He put all his toys away. And he put anything that was trash in the trash can. When he was finished, he promised never to let his room get so messy again. Just as Max made a mess of his room, sometimes we make a mess in our souls. We leave little sins lying around here and there, and before you know it, they are piling up. Jesus wants to work with you to tidy up your soul. That's what He is going to do during your first reconciliation.
You forgive me, right, Ben?
Of course, Sarah. I know you didn't mean it. But we better go tell Mom so I can get a new toothbrush.